even talked about it, but it's already up. And that is that Ken Rosen is up with a $1,000 bid to fish with our fearless leader.
Wow. I accept that bid on behalf of Day on the Water with Peter Levick, and not to take away any thunder from this man. Joe Stagnetti appears to have cashed in his 401k, and he wants to buy the DK pretty bad. He put in $2,000 and the BWB at $1,500. And Dwayne Vigors came in and left all in the same bid because Joe came out with a monstrous bid. And there's a great picture of Peter, who's going to be joining us in just a short while. I see him hiding I see him on the screen now because my producer is an animal, and you are live on the other side. Just so you know, Mr. Levick, you are taking over the screen on Mississauga, and Kent Rosen wants to pay $1,000 to fish with you. I can tell you it's worth every bit of 4 times that. And so congratulations, and I hope you are feeling the love from Muskies Canada at work. You spend so much time helping everyone else feel good, Pete. Congratulations. We love you, buddy.
This has been just a wonderful event. I'm really touched, to be able to offer.
I think I'm over. I don't know where I am anymore.
So let me just interrupt real quick. Let's get Brian muted on the Muskies Canada official, and you continue to narrate on Mississauga, please, Brian. So keep on going. You are muted, sir. And Peter, back to you, please, and thank you.
Well, feeling the love, Ryan, I think is a really great way to say kind of how we all feel about this weekend. Behind the scenes is kind of the theme of the whole event. And, we can talk a little bit about what's been going on behind the scenes over the last few months with the love that our team and our Muskies Canada chapters and everybody that's been involved and stepped forward to help us out, to be part of this great overall event. We've had over 50 speakers that donated their time to be able to share their knowledge and information and expertise with us, and really take us right across the country to be able to do that. And we are so grateful for that. As an organization, we work really hard to try and make not only just muskie fishing better, but the muskie fishery better. And the show of support that we've seen through the donations that we've had, where they kept coming and more, and we'll add this and we'll throw some things in, whether it's additional people that stepped up to offer a day on the water in their boat, that's magic. Bait makers like Todd, who kept topping up and adding things to the overall auction framework. Brian, I don't know how he kept up with all of this, because it's just been wild, but it's been a lot of fun.
Well, let me tell you about Wild. Right now, this last auction that is happening live right now is already generated $6,000. I'm going to mute myself from the auction team so that they can carry on. They are murdering it. There is there's a $2,400 bid on a BWB right now. The thing is the size of a Louisville Slugger. There is a $2,000 bid, if I've been able to follow along properly. Yes, $2,000 on the DK. So now there's 2,500. These guys are going cutthroat. One of the guys said he just sold his truck in order to take on one of these things. And add that to the $1,000 that we generated because of a Hall of Famer, a past president, and someone who sits on the committee that's made all this happen. We're going to be at a giant amount of money on just this auction alone. And Tell everyone what we're gonna do with it. Where are we putting it? Are we all getting like a rented Lamborghini, or do we get something cool? Can you tell me if my dreams will come true?
Well, not those dreams, I think, Brian, but there are definitely others. If you're dreaming about sustaining a world-class fishery in so many areas across Canada, that's what we're doing. And I think if you've watched some of the presentations, you've heard perhaps quite a bit about projects that have been ongoing. The Spanish River Restoration Project, which did so much to be able to repopulate the Spanish River after the collapse of the fishery. And it's one of the most scary things that we can see is when you've got a fishery that's being impacted and it's losing habitat, and there are problems with, in some cases, overfishing, or back in the day, poor handling that was causing impacts on fish. So it's through research projects and restoration projects and angler education and public education. That's really what we do. I mean, as an organization, we talk a lot about angling and how to catch muskies, but deep in our hearts, and the whole community has come forward to really support that, we really care about this fishery. It matters. The apex predator plays a really, really important role in aquatic ecosystems. And we have the privilege of being able to see these fish and to sometimes have a photo with these fish, but what's really important is to care for them. So, the list of projects that we've been able to do in the past is really quite extraordinary. And we're going to continue that work. It takes blood, sweat, and tears from volunteers, from members, from chapters to get involved. But we also need to bring financial resources so that we can help out. So, for example, if you watch the Lake St. Clair telemetry study, I think Muskies Canada put in $11,000 into that project last year. It wasn't just the Bell River chapter; they were a leader in being able to do the work.
Right.
But there were a number of other chapters that did their own fundraising to be able to make contributions to projects like that. It's what we do. So, the financial resources are really important to be a partner. So, for example, the Lake St. Clair project, we were able to invest with the OMNRF and the international partners to get more telemetry happening on Lake St. Clair. So we were able to purchase tags, and we were able to contribute towards the telemetry receivers, so that work that's already going on that might be favorable towards a walleye study starts to bring in a muskie component that adds to our research and our knowledge. In terms of other things that we've done, we can't emphasize enough, and a number of speakers said this, that we don't really know a lot. We're just scraping the surface about knowledge about muskies, about understanding what they need, and being able to take that then into the work that needs to happen to take care of them and protect them. So if you watch the Northeast Ontario Managing Muskies session, you saw a lot about how we've been working for years, and in some cases for decades, to make sure that muskies are not being harvested at 36 inches, just simply because the regulations haven't been changed yet. We bring science to the table, and the ministry respects that. That's exactly what they need to be able to go forward with regulation changes. It's the same thing for the St. John River muskie work that they're doing with the University of New Brunswick and other studies that we've contributed to or that have been funded by the Odyssey in the past. This is exactly the kind of thing that we do with funds that we can raise through the Odyssey. This is our biggest fundraising activity. The scary part for us was that after losing the opportunity to run our Odyssey show last year, cupboard was bare. We invest every year as we get these resources. We don't sit on them, we don't bank them. They get back into the fishery as quickly as we can do that.
Yeah, we're not sitting on that war chest. That war chest is being used and depleted and funding university research. And we still continue to contribute. I know I went down to Bell River to help catch fish so that they could be tagged. this war chest is going to get some help today, because we are at over $6,000 next door just on this 1 hour session. And we're not even at the end of the 1 hour session. They are blowing up. So many supporters have come in to help. The top guns have come in, and right now we're simply talking about the 2 or 3 that are over there right now. That doesn't mean we want to exclude the people that have come before today, earlier today, and yesterday. One of the leading bids of over $2,000 on one of the baits is someone who has donated already a ton of money to this, in Tiffany Garber, who is a co-owner of Lunge Lodge. And so really it's amazing to see. There's a fellow who lives in Barrie, Mash Canuzzi, who is spending a month's paycheck right now, because it's not because the bait costs that much. It's because they want to contribute, and I'm really proud. So we're coming to an end of our show, except the show is going to take a turn, and it's going to turn into a wrap-up show, which is really cool. We're going to bring everybody out together. We're going to have a fireside chat. We're going to talk about what worked and what could be improved for next time. And when all the chips are counted and the cards are on the table, maybe we made up for 2020 being gone and still made what we needed to make for 2021. And this gives us a whole new avenue next year to provide content to people in Germany who reached out to me, people all over the place. And let's remember, you can join Muskies Canada. You can be a proud member, even if you're not in Canada. We will mail you your sticker. We will mail you your registration. You can be a member. You can participate. Everyone's doing things online. There are no borders anymore. You are welcome. It's a nomadic relationship now. We want you here. We've been getting a lot of members. Dave Lawrence and his son, Jax, just joined my chapter, and they are virtual members. I am so pleased to have them. They contributed those baits that generated $700. And this is a family who fishes. They stay together because they fish together. And one of the people, I just read a comment on the other side. He's also happens to be a proud member of Kitchener-Waterloo. So my bucket is really full right now. He is donating a bait of any pattern to the next lady angler who decides they want to be a Muskies Canada member. Oh, wow. And that pays for your membership. You're going to make money, as a matter of fact, and you get to have the bait of your choice. We've got Russell Hendricks, who has a couple baits. Scotty can probably slap a picture up right here in a moment or two and show us. I know that Russell sent over a boomstick image, and that is going to go to one of the people who have decided to join us during this drive. And I see on this other page there's more bidding going on something new that somebody just added. They've sucked Dave Phoenix into the stream while he's up against BWB and DK, and I'm telling you, that's a real man. That's a muskie hunter who, as a bait maker, can present his own right now while he's up against $5,000 of other baits. And so thank you for finding that, Nathan Lauder, NGB, Nate's Great Baits. And if Scotty or Pierre can, I know that I asked Russell to send the images. So one of our amazing producers has that image that can show what new members signing up can win. It's like a draw to buy. If you're new, you're going to learn what a DTB, a draw to buy, is. And it's one of the greatest ways to get these custom baits. You get in line, it costs you nothing. And if they pick your name, you then have the privilege of purchasing that bait. Well, in this case, when we draw your name, it's free. We're going to mail it out to you with our appreciation. And not to be outdone, anyone who's renewing is going to take that bait on the right, donated by our good friends and constant Muskies Canada supporter at Muskie Factory Bait Company. So the boomstick on the left, your odds are pretty good, but they are going down, so you may want to get in soon. And if you renewed during any of our 2-day broadcast, you're going to be able to be entered into that Muskie Factory bait. It's customized and specified just for Muskies Canada, and I believe he puts a Muskies Canada sticker on those ones. If he doesn't, I'll send you one to put on there, and that's yours for free, just for continuing to support and be part of Muskies Canada at work.
Ryan, I think that the generosity of everybody within the Muskie community has really been in evidence over this last couple of days, and in the process leading up to it. You know, the donations from bait makers and equipment makers and retailers and, you know, people that are involved one way or another in the muskie industry has been overwhelming for us, and literally overwhelming, I think, for the auction team that's been working hard to try and keep up with the great stuff that we've had, but then the generosity of the bids as well. You know, this has been a really great opportunity for everybody to make an investment, to make a donation, or to help us to generate some resources to be able to do work collectively on behalf of all of us. And it takes all of us to be able to sustain the
maybe more. We need more. We are all pretty exhausted. And when you join a chapter, I mean, it was only a few short years ago that I got to meet Peter and I got to fish with Peter. And it was only a few short years before that I got to catch muskie and joined. I joined because I saw them at a spring fishing and boat show or something. I don't even remember. And I just said, oh, I want to catch muskie. And so next year at the Odyssey, if you want a team shirt, you have to join now. And we want you to join. We want your help. Just imagine what we can do when we build an army.
If you've seen a lot of these shirts, it's because we have a lot of volunteers. That's the only way that you were able to get one of these shirts this year. And we're so grateful to Fully Promoted for their donation of these t-shirts, which are absolutely wonderful. They're a lightweight material. We're going to wear them with pride. But that's, you know, this is our thank you through them and their donation to our volunteers. And if you've seen a lot of these shirts, it's because we've had a lot of volunteers that care and that have donated their time and effort to help to pull this together. So it's, you know, this is how we've all pulled together. And, you know, Muskies Canada members always give a lot of their time and effort. They really contribute to the fishery. But there are, you know, as in any organization, there are some that really step up and help out. And I think Muskies Canada is really fortunate that the number of those people that step up and help out with what's happening at chapter level, with some of the science, with mentoring, with developing membership, with the data that we provide. You know, every chapter has a you know, a research director that helps with the log program. We probably have, in an organization of our size, probably 30 to 40% of our members are super volunteers. That's how committed and passionate everybody is. So it's a wonderful way to kind of bring everybody together. You know, and frankly, this has been an experiment. This whole 2-day event with a lot of shows stacked up back to back. But it's simply a window into some of the work that's going on across the country for Muskies Canada. And it's been our real pleasure to be able to bring that to you and to host all of these great speakers, to be able to talk about the great fisheries and what our chapters are doing with the work that we're involved in.
Yeah, you know, someone else had commented earlier about the fact that the borders are closed and the tourism industry is taking a hit. And, you know, Muskies Canada, we set up all of our outings, always taking care of these lodges because they take care of us. We definitely promote taking care of people who are running these lodges, and they are also helping the fishery. That's why so many of them are members of Muskies Canada. And so why don't we talk a little bit about this wrap-up show? Is it just going to be you and I? Are we going to add someone in? Do we want to hear a little bit from Brian? Help me with the planning of this.
Well, Brian, why don't you jump in and talk about the incredible, 2 days that you're still standing. I think it's amazing.
So Brian is not
Letterkenny and talk to.
I'm going to let Brian know that we are going to be coming to him live. Brian, Megan, live auction team. My head exploded when I saw what was going on. We're bringing you into the wrap-up show for just a minute. Brian, we're going to unmute your mic. We'll get to either you to do it or one. There we go. You are unmuted. Brian, give us an update.
Do we have Megan in as well, or just myself?
No, but we can get Megan in.
I invited everyone.
Okay, so Megan, go to the other login. Let's go over to the main site. Keep me here.
Yeah.
And then
Muskies Canada official.
We'll do the end of the show all together on one site. How's that?
So we will remove her from the stream. We will kick her from the studio with
you
respect.
You want to know what's going on?
And let's.
I send the invite to everybody.
No, I don't know if I'm going to tell you.
It's super cool.
The BWB currently is at $2,600. This is the 15-inch Goliath herring copper walleye.
Yay, Megan! Hi.
Hey.
Hi. I haven't been on this stream at all. Well, actually, I guess for my presentation I have. But
I'm not. I can't hear anything over there. Oh, I know.
Yeah,
why.
so
I'm gonna grab my mic and I'm gonna pop it in the other computer.
All right, that sounds good.
Good. So, Megan, you're hanging in there.
this has been such a crazy auction hour. I'm so overjoyed by how much support everyone has given us. My goodness. How incredible.
We've got the DK now at 2,500, I believe. Oh, whoa. The
Blue Water's at 2,700.
I'll just hold both baits.
Jesus.
Peter is at $1,000.
This is awesome.
And I think that's an anonymous donation from Ryan Pickering, so that you two can fish together. He's guaranteeing it. I don't know who. I'm sorry, I don't know who bid on Peter for $1,000, but that's a great bid.
I don't want to steal Peter from someone because I would break the bank and break all records, but I don't want to do that. So are Tiffany and Scott, husband and wife, business partners, are they still bidding against each other over there?
No, I think they're on the same team now. They're at 2,700 for the Blue Water.
I think we're going to see this thing up at Lunch Lodge on some type of a mantle, right? Is that what's going to happen?
We should definitely. It's definitely a trophy.
Well, I think they're friends. I know they're friends. So this is absolutely amazing. So I'm actually going to text message Livio to tell him where it is at. And I'm going to see if I can get his reaction, because I don't know if he's on at this time.
We should try to call him live.
Oh, God.
While we're doing that, I noticed that you guys had my friend Dave Phoenix on there for a while, and I was commenting to Peter that it took an iron chin for a guy who is making baits for, out in the Bell River area and donating some beautiful 6-inchers to share the stage with those two monsters. But things seem to really go crazy with him. What happened?
What do you mean? Oh, as soon as I started bidding, it just took off. So the two of them went for, are still going for 180.
Amazing.
Yeah. Really, really nice. And he's doing the pattern of your choice. So he's a Lake St. Clair guy, so he's able to do whatever you want to do. You want to do it up, you want to do a lot, and you want to do black perch, anything, frog, anything you want.
So Grant Smith, what did he bid on for $180 each?
I think he was offering $180 each lure.
Well, then he is absolutely in the lead. And that is
let's clarify that, though. Let's clarify that. Okay. So we'll wait for him to comment again to clarify on the 180 each, because I don't want to put anybody in a position.
Well, I would say he put himself in that position, and we accept.
He wrote each. We're not gonna not say he did that. It's written.
Yeah. So have we been able to hear? Grant Smith, you are in for $180 each, a total bid of $360. We accept your bid. That is incredible. We're very excited. Why don't you tell us, if you win them, what pattern you would choose?
Where did I go from the auction?
Oh, this is transition. Like magic, like I dream of genie.
I'm like, where am I?
Yep. You're on officially.
Woo!
Yeah.
So as we close out the auction, it sure has been really wonderful. Guys on the Mississauga page, there is a whole bunch of you guys there. When this auction is done, come over to Muskies Canada Official, because we are continuing on the party. We would like you guys to come over and post your questions. Tell us about what you liked best, what you want more content for. Megan, you are magic. It is cool to see you bouncing back and forth between the feeds. It's really funny. And Grant Smith, he is totally in love with this the baits from DPs. So and it's not. Don't worry. If necessary, I will put on the bandana.
Here we go. The bandana's coming on.
Maybe for the after show, Kevin.
I kind of think there's going to be a Facebook Live after this.
Stay tuned, because I need to talk more.
Far too closely. Facebook
so
Live.
Brian is definitely making fun of me, and that's all right. I love it. It means that he likes me. And that's at least what I tell my daughter about the boys that do not know how to throw a right cross as well as her. And so she's been watching today. I love you, honey. I'm still got to work for a couple hours with these gentlemen on the screen. So, all right, what are we doing right now? Where are we going?
Are we going to wrap this up a little bit early? With the numbers are insane. I don't think they're moving much.
I think that we could wrap up the auction. I would agree with that. How about we tell these?
Let's wrap it up in 4 minutes, okay?
Yeah, guys on the auction side.
5:40, we are going to wrap up the auction, okay?
So
and then I'm going to collapse.
Yes.
Well, you have to. Aren't you joining us on the wrap up show, Brian?
I'm already over there.
Yes, so we're going to keep you over there so you don't get to collapse. You can sit down, though, and that will be all right.
Brian, one of the things I'd like to point out is that we're starting to see some of the faces that were the heroes of this 2-day production. And, I'm talking about Pierre Masson, who wears many hats, but one of them is chairman for Montreal, but another is as our web director, and he's played a key role in the production. Scotty, I don't know what we would have done without you. You brought all your expertise to help us out from CFN, and you've been a real game saver in a lot of opportunities as well throughout the couple of days. We're not techies to the extent that you made us look like we were over this last 2 days. If this sort of show sort of rolled relatively smoothly, Lisa Goodyear, she did a terrific job as well. Ryan, you switching back and forth, Ryan Pickering, with your panel and your microphones and being able to change from one channel to another. Ryan Fagundo, who was in the back room there, and his head's probably spinning right now. But we've never done anything like this, and it's the production folks that really made this possible. We can work with software, but that's not the thing. It's like you can buy a fishing rod, but if you don't know how to use it, it's not going to produce very good results. So we've been so grateful for your donation of time and effort and heart and advice and helping us overcome, some of these challenges. The production team has been just extraordinary, and thank you for that. You've made it possible. And
I will say this, Peter, you guys have taken StreamYard to another level. I was more than honored to be a part of this. Thrilled, to say the absolute least. But working with a bunch of professionals like yourselves and all of you, it has been truly an honor, and we're just so happy that the CFN community was invited to partake in this. We can't thank you guys enough.
We're so lucky. Absolutely.
I'm sorry. I'm completely being distracted by my counterpart in the other live auction. She's having a fantastic time calling
it. Someone has just reminded me about the logo, about what we affectionately call Charlie the Muskie. This logo, and you'll see it in the bottom of the screen, and you've seen it on our promotion, and it's on the top of the screen. There is a muskie fisherman who is also an extremely talented artist, and that's Charles Wiese. He was in the Toronto area. He's now in Nova Scotia. And Charles just produced some wonderful imagery for us to be able to use for this. And we are, again, really grateful for the talent and the ability to have some fun with this, with a talking fish that kind of fit the whole theme of let's let the fish talk to you and tell you what's going on in all these different regions. So Megan, who you'll see again in a moment, again, it's not just a wonderful person who has helped us do the auction, but Megan is a really talented graphic artist as well. So she's brought a lot of the creative approach and helped us to be able to do things that we've never been able to do before. And so, that's the kind of folks that have really dug deep and worked really hard. This is after hours from their real jobs. This is all come together with a lot of passion and a lot of pride and a lot of hard work to be able to do that. So, again, what we've been able to do has been because of all of this talent and resourcefulness and creativity and drive that's all come together around us. Thank you everyone for the ability to be able to do that. It's been I think a really good part of helping us to meet our mandate for education and outreach and to share information about what we're doing. As any organization, we spend a lot of time in meeting with each other. Chapters work that way, and we have national meetings from time to time. But this has been a really great opportunity to turn 90 degrees and talk to Muskie World about the neat stuff that we get a chance to be up close to and to share that. And so that whole sharing opportunity through technology, when COVID hit.
Peter, can you hear me, Peter?
Yes.
I just want to interrupt because I want to just give the final results.
Oh, good, please.
Of it, because it's now done. So we are at 2,700 for the BWB, 2,500 for the DK, and $1,000 for you and your day trip. Now I'm not
and
certain.
$440 for the DPs that we just got added.
Wow!
Thanks for that update, Ryan. I wasn't sure on that.
That was incredible.
So we are now done. The live auction is done. It is complete. Thank you. We will tally the numbers and report them to you, Peter.
Job well done. Auction team, you guys and gals rocked. This was just, we haven't done anything like this, and you made it work. Super.
Thank you.
Hey guys.
I'm going to fall over now.
Yeah.
We did it. Wow.
We did do it. And we are still live on Muskies Canada official. And we are still Muskies Canada at work. This virtual odyssey is transitioning into the wrap-up show. It is going to be just a fireside chat. We're just going to talk. We are getting tons and tons of comments. All the people from Mississauga are moving over here. The numbers are going up. We are not raffling off anything else. We are not auctioning. We are not talking. We are not giving away. We are just going to bring you guys a little bit of happy, relaxed content, and we appreciate the praise. I had to leave and go help Megan finish up the
I don't know
auction.
what happened the last
And
5
so,
minutes. I'm so sorry.
That's all good. I was happy to go back.
I pulled my plug and I went over here.
Nobody was talking to
us-
me. I'm like, what's going
I got
on?
us an extra $80 on the last auction. I'm happy to have done it. I left right as Peter was thanking Scotty, and I would have liked to been part of that, because I mean, who you see on this screen right now is only a portion of the people who made this happen. And I'm not even talking about the 50 speakers. I'm not talking about the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of viewers and from all over the world. I stayed up last night. I was reading messages from Germany, and we are getting people joining from all over. This guy is from Manitoba. He asked me, like, can I join? I'm like, yes, you can. You can join virtually. The world has changed now, and we're going to keep, once everything is fixed and or better, we're still going to keep a piece of this. The things that we've learned are going to transition once the world is restored. We're still, when I host a meeting at Kitchener-Waterloo, I'm going to host it to the people, and I'm going to host it to the virtual people. I'm going to do it both ways. I'm going to keep the attendance high. I'm going to keep giving content to people from Germany, because those guys fish for giant pike, and you know, I am the pike whisperer after all. So I'm going to show them the respect of encouraging them to follow and support Muskies Canada.
So we've been doing the Odyssey for 20 years, and in a lot of years, in the early years, it was every second year, and then we moved to do it every year, but then COVID kind of offset our plans there. But April 9th is the date for 2022. And one of the things I think we wanted to do in this session is to have your suggestions, your comments to help us make it work even better for you. And you know, Scotty and Lisa and the team, I think, have really been thinking hard about this as we've gone through it. And I think from now on, there's got to be a virtual component, even if we're doing a physical show, like a normal giant Muskie Expo. And so, you know, your comments on, did this work? Was it smooth? Was it educational? Were the sessions too long or too short? You know, we were scared about the timelines. And I apologize to Minister Yakubuski when we clipped him a little bit at the end there. I'll take the heat for that. But, you know, that was our first session that we were starting. And we thought, oh my goodness, if we get behind on all of these 18 seminars, we're going to be in big trouble.
With dozens of people. And it was really tough to cut off that minister. I felt for sure I was going to get arrested or something. So thank you, Peter, for having my back. That's a true leader right there, guys.
Conservation officers will be looking for us, Ryan. I know.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Come on my boat anytime and check it out.
I love what they do. So, no, the ministry is such a huge partner. When you look behind just about any of the work that we do, you know, whether it's with the ministry in New Brunswick, whether it's with the ministry in Quebec, and we didn't talk a lot about the science and research work, but there's a significant amount in Quebec that takes place, and throughout Ontario. You know, we've been working with the ministry for a long, long time, and we piggyback on the work that they're doing, and we help to expand it or reinforce it, so that Muskie really get their fair share of support and attention. That's really, you know, important. On the fisheries management committees too, you know, they're made up of all kinds of different stakeholder groups, and maybe apart from Ontario Federation of Anglers and Hunters, Muskies Canada is probably one of the most consistently participating organizations in different fisheries management zones. It's what we do. We want to be there at the table as they're making management decisions. So, you know, with apologies to the minister, but with many, many thanks to Ontario Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry. And, you know, the session with Minister Holland today on the St. John River was a delight as well. That's what a great supporter of the muskellunge fishery. That was, you know, the more we do this, the more we find we have friends all across Muskie World. And it's terrific to be able to do that.
And we have more friends now.
No.
Absolutely.
We have more friends now than we did on Friday, and I'm super appreciative. I'm super proud. We'll have to listen. There's going to be a lot. Peter said something really brilliant today that, again, Peter's really been in the background, and people have seen Scotty hustling, and they've seen Fagundo's brains leaking out of his ears. But Peter has been coming out and talking all of us off a ledge, and and it's been at his expense. We have teased him and poked him and pushed him and prodded him, and every single time he has come back and said, let's enjoy the feast. We'll do the dishes later. Like these things that just soothe us. And Peter, on behalf
He's the glue for sure for all of us.
Yeah, I would like to present you.
Let's do a round of applause for Peter.
I'm going to present him with this empty Gatorade bottle, which is an honor of how amazing he has helped us. And thank you so much, Peter. You're the best. Really are. What a true leader. You did everything that we needed you to do.
Does that mean I'm forgiven for the 4:00 in the morning emails?
I don't mind
Peter
waking up.
slept for the last 4 months over this, even longer.
What's crazy? I might miss those 4 a.m. emails now.
I don't think you were involved yet, Ryan.
Do you guys see what Russell Hendricks has posted? Right here. Great job, everyone. Currently 34 new members so far. And
so we did beat yesterday. Today. Yeah. That was our goal. We wanted to beat today's new membership.
So that's really exciting. Every one of those members,
and I'm pretty certain we beat the auction number from yesterday as well.
Oh yeah,
we do some quick math.
That's $2,040 in membership alone.
I kind of think we know where we're going to be at.
Yeah.
But we also had a last minute thing for the auction say that the last lady that signed up for Muskies Canada got a free bait, which is also awesome for women anglers everywhere. So Susan will have to let us know.
Yeah, there's Nathan Lauder, a very welcome member of the KW chapter of Muskies Canada, and he is at work. He makes baits, and he is donating a bait of pattern choice to a lady who has signed up. We're trying to make sure everyone knows we are 100% inclusive. There is no machismo going on here. We've talked about
this is not a boys show at all.
Thank you. It's nice to hear that. Lisa is also here, and she is a leader, let alone a member. And so believe me, we have powerhouse female hunters in this organization. They do not take a back seat to anyone. Well, let me tell you, Christina, how you sign up is you go to muskiescanada.ca and you choose become a member. You choose your chapter. If you're local to Bell River, you should choose Bell River. If you're out near the St. John's River, you should choose that chapter in that area. Sudbury, if you want to choose the chapter chairman with the nicest hair, you're going to sign up for KW, and we will welcome you there.
If I can
Northern Lakes is so much fun too.
If I can use my spotty English to thank everyone on the team. Peter is not there, sadly. I was going to sleep at night after taking care of all the email in my inbox. Everything was fine, and I was woke up in the next morning and was already filled up with other emails from Peter. That was a grain, but we work it out, guys. I want to thank Lisa, Ryan, everyone in the auction team, everyone in the Ryan Pickering. You did a tremendous job, man. You're a mouth with legs.
What's for Pickering? Frugal Pickering? Unbelievable, Matty. Unreal.
Ryan.
You are a host. The hostess with the mostest.
Well,
thank you, Scotty. You did an excellent job. Perfect. I couldn't done it without you, girls and Scotty. Thank you very much.
Pierre, you did a fine
Thank
job
you,
yourself
Pierre, for being
too.
a communications
Thank
team
you.
with me. We did an
Yeah.
outstanding job, I think.
Megan, you're so much better than me on Photoshop.
Oh.
That's not even a comparison possible.
We were a killer team, Pierre. We did it well. Any last minute things or any bait makers that needed
Yeah.
more exposure,
Yeah.
we got it. We did it.
Yeah.
I want to
Good
six
job.
pack whatever Megan's on because the amount of energy she has right now, like we all could use some.
I'm on like my last bit of fuel.
Candy.
You know how your car
She's
just
on
works a little
candy.
bit better right before it's gonna run out of
My
gas?
Lord.
That's what's happening.
Megan, I just want to say from the auction standpoint, you really helped me out. I would not have
So
been
much.
able to do this without you. If I was just alone here, I would have to talk to Ryan far too much. I killed
The
myself.
mouth with legs.
Oh my god!
Who's this?
And the
Mouth
hamster
of the
wheel.
North. Mouth of
The
the
hamster
North.
doesn't stop. Mouth of the North.
The mouth
That's
of the
about
north.
right.
I'm making you a T-shirt that says that. Oh my
I'm
god!
gonna-
It's gonna be
I'm
on the
dropping.
apron that we're
I've gotta
making
go.
you.
I'm
How about that
dropping,
one
okay?
instead? How
So,
about Ryan, you rock? I mean,
I
why
will
does
say
it gotta
goodbye.
be?
I'm saying goodbye.
Not as catchy. It's not as catchy.
Well, I think since we have lost our leader, and I think we have carried on. If there's no questions that are coming up on this side from our viewers, you bet you absolutely. He sure does. A
And Ryan,
terrific
make sure to
pal.
tell everybody that they can comment in the section even after this is done. If you have
Oh, yeah.
any suggestions or anything else that we can do differently for next year or other bait makers that we need to contact, please let us know. We're completely up for suggestions and we're doing the Odyssey for you guys. So let us know.
Absolutely. I think
the
I see Susan coming on.
And the Muskies, yes.
And if that's true, I will add her to the stream and unmute her. She's muted herself. So I don't know if she wants to participate in this or not. If she does, she can unmute herself. I know that I am so thankful for Susan. We are going to take just a moment and make her bam right there. Susan, you are absolutely amazing. Guys, Susan is a bad angler, a monster, and she's single. And she's amazing. And so
we are now bidding off Susan for a date.
The Bachelor auction is on the way.
This is The Bachelor. Now Chris Harrison is stepping in.
So I think as the MC in our current state, I think I am going to wrap up this show. Mr. Anderson, high praise. I don't think your mom would yell at me for my hairdo. And Sean Landsman, I accept the challenge of a hair off with you, sir. Maybe we can do styling videos together on a quick podcast while fishing. And on that happy note,
how are you going to see that on a podcast? We need to see that.
Oh, it'll be a video podcast. I have $20,000 worth of equipment here now that I need to write off somehow. And
yes.
we are definitely going to be coming to you again. Kitchener-Waterloo is probably going to have the best live streams on the planet from here on out. Guys, everyone watching, Muskies Canada at Work, a virtual Odyssey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
You guys.
Bye, guys.
Here.